thing again?
No,
No, it's a
no.
Gillmor thing.
Frank is the only one who does that fire symphony.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't have any left.
Oh,
What?
oh no.
Well, I do, but the timing has to be right, doesn't it? I mean,
Of
seriously.
course. Well,
Yeah.
It's
you'll
about
know when it's
it's
right, Frank. You'll get there.
it's all about the timing, Brent.
Yes.
That's what I've heard.
That's what she said.
I read it in a ream. Something like that.
You read it in a ream. Okay.
I'm gonna see if I could pull out. Oh no, I don't know where it is. Oh well.
I don't see any
I was gonna show Frank something, but I don't know where it is.
are you reaming?
Please do the intro.
Oh,
Are you reaming?
we've
yeah,
turned
you
the
are.
stream on. We think. Have we?
Yes, no, you are. I see it on the Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on LinkedIn too.
All righty.
And I can confirm that X is live.
All right. All right. Sounds like we're live on our streaming socials, and we're about to start the Gillmor gang. Mute is off. Steve, I'm gonna need you to make sure you keep your head up today.
Well, doubt it.
All right.
Keep your head up.
I'm gonna hit you. All right. Mute is off. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and
Hi, Steve Gillmor here. This is the Gillmor Gang. Welcome to from the state of Palo Alto is Keith here. Welcome.
Wow, I can't even remember if I've ever gone first. What a privilege. But
have.
great to be here. Great to be here. I have a busy house. My sister-in-law's here. Jenny has 20 women coming for a late afternoon drinks. So expect lots of drunk women in the early evening.
Ooh.
You know, there was a time when that would have seemed wonderful. I'm just saying.
I say Keith is going to turn on.
You're so lucky
music
that
and
your
start dancing
wife
around
doesn't
with
watch
them.
the
That's
show.
what I think.
Oh my
I am
God, aren't
lucky,
I? I
yeah.
was just thinking that.
Okay, the guy who's been talking since the first half of the Keith Here intro is he's
Brent
a
Leary.
transplantian in England, and his name is Frank Radis.
Thank you, Steve. As you know, England swings like a pendulum do. Good to see all you. That's a song lyric. Brent, look, you haven't heard that song, have you?
Who?
I remember that.
Who?
Okay.
England swings like a pendulum.
No, but who is the artist?
Yeah, I can't remember. Who is it?
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. It just yeah.
For the little
I'm sorry, it's my Larry Davids just came in.
Well, not in tune or anything, but those were the words.
Yeah, it was good.
Larry David is not in tune. That is sure.
Talking about me.
Oh, I see. You were good. That was to my extreme right and left is producer director Tina Chase Gillmor.
Oh, that's me. Wow. Okay.
Roger Miller.
Huh? What?
Dang
Roger
me.
Oh, yeah,
Miller.
that's right. Roger Miller, right. Yeah.
Dang me.
Hang me.
Are we
They ought
talking
to-
about?
Dang me.
Are we talking about other things during my
Dang me.
intro?
Dang me.
Jeez,
It's
Louise.
love
Okay.
song.
Hello, everybody.
And I'm on my knees.
Okay.
All right. Let's
Stop.
see. The state of enormous
Confusion. You can say
confusion.
confusion right now, please,
That's right.
because I am very much in that after hearing whatever
Awesome.
that was. No, not him.
Who?
What?
Actually, all of you guys that were just singing and howling and
Oh, yeah. Well, don't worry about that.
songs from
We'll
whatever.
send you a link. We'll send you a link.
Please.
Okay, but it is getting pretty interesting when Asaf opens his mouth. The entire media falls in.
What an image you just created in my head.
But hey, the White House fell in too, Steve.
How's that? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I don't give
I
them
think
credit for anything.
no,
Sorry.
no, no. I mean, the reaction to Ossoff.
Yeah, well,
That's
I mean,
what I mean.
they took the bait because the bait was delivered by the Asaf.
The Ossoff.
No.
No, he's pretty amazing, I think. It
I agree.
started, no, the media doesn't remember back a week and a half, so they don't remember that during the hearings that Ossoff went after who was it? Uh, Somebody, and the
Was
media.
it Keg's breath?
Who? Oh no, I doubt it. But
Keg's breath, really? I've never heard that one before. Keg's
all
breath?
right, well, we're going to have a quiz
Wow.
later on about what's going to happen because our producer and I had a long conversation today about what she referred to as predicting the future, which is impossible, which I agree with. But that doesn't mean that we don't know what's going to happen.
Huh?
That's not a prediction, is it? That's just a
It's,
certainty.
it's intuition and, you know, running out of drugs, I think.
Ergo.
Okay, so I think that's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodbye.
good show, man.
Kevin
Yeah,
Leary.
terrific. Really good show.
I've only peripherally.
Hang on a second, Keith. Brent,
Hmm?
welcome.
Didn't I already get a welcome?
I don't think so.
I am really
Oh.
more confused now.
Well, that's okay. So welcome,
Well, we
Brent
did.
Larry.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, that was worth it.
On with the show.
Okay, go ahead. Uh, mm. Keith, go ahead.
So I was going to say, I have been a bit of a laggard on following Ossoff, but I did watch Bill Maher's show last night where they talked about him a lot. Bill Maher was preoccupied with the fact that Jewish candidates in the Democratic Party don't do well because they have this litmus test around Gaza that they fail. And so he thinks Ossoff is great, but will ultimately not rise through the Democratic ranks. That's the only thing I've seen. So I have very little context. So tell me a bit about Ossoff. Why is he exciting? What's he doing that might make a difference? And blah, blah.
Well, just turn it on and watch, and you'll see.
Well, with the lack of you know, Democratic leaders, I think he's one of them. And he seems to he seems to have I don't know, a manner about him that's appealing. What do you like about how he presents himself?
Well, he knows how to, bait the rich.
He knows how to bait the rich. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And the media loves it because they don't have any material and he just provides it for them. And they take the bait, as was mentioned, and we're off to the races.
it's better than a Jewish politician from the South.
And he isn't a DSA, is he? He's a normal Democrat.
Yeah.
As normal as they can be.
Yeah, as normal as that, whatever that is.
So what does he stand for in terms of policy that would be good?
Well,
He
I
doesn't.
have no
he
idea.
doesn't. He doesn't accept campaign contributions from corporate PACs or federal lobbyists, which is interesting.
Unlike Elizabeth Warren, who has lots of them.
He's in favor of banning members of Congress from trading stocks, which I also agree with.
Or signing up for Trump's Truth Social post. They can't sign up.
There you go. And I just decided against that when he reached out. I said, Donnie, no.
That
He
Nareem,
defends
Frank.
women's freedom of choice and reproductive health care. He wants to upgrade healthcare in America, strengthen border security. Everybody seems to want that. Lower housing prices, capping insulin prices. He's got a lot of pretty straightforward, not terrifically new, but Democrat liberal thinking there.
So he's more of a good orator than a policy difference.
So far, that's what I see, what I've seen. But he's been in office for a while, and I don't know what his record has been. Maybe Brent, you might, since you're closer to the source. I don't know. But he's a great orator. He's just, I mean, he's
You
young
know
and
what?
aggressive.
He's grown a lot since the first run.
That's
I'll
right.
say that.
That's true. Yeah, he's got a certain edge to him that he's empowered himself to be the only one who has pants on, basically.
I probably wouldn't have put it like that, but okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And
my job.
is he a 28 likely candidate?
Yes.
Or yeah.
At
Yeah.
this point,
Yeah.
he's number 3 on the hit parade.
Who's
And
number one and
is
two?
Rahm Emanuel one of those?
No.
Probably,
Maybe.
but
He'd be down in the number 5-ish area, I think.
don't discount Rahm Emanuel's strength. He's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
Didn't
he
say
is.
that. Didn't say
I
that
didn't
at
say
all.
you did. I'm
Yeah.
saying I'm speaking to the
And
broader population here.
Forget the
Yeah,
broader population.
Yeah, forget it's about us.
What?
Pennsylvania,
I don't know. Is he Pennsylvanian?
the other
Who?
guy was a
Oh, I don't care.
oh,
I mean, he's been ruled out by Keith already because he's Jewish.
Who, the governor of
not by
Pennsylvania?
me.
Yes.
Not by me, by Bill Maher.
I'm abstracting your comment.
Who is brilliant.
Yeah,
social.
that guy's really smart
Yeah.
too.
If he was that smart, how come he didn't run for vice president?
Well, his show hasn't been canceled, has it?
Who's that?
Wait a minute. I've lost. Who are we?
That was
talking about?
funny. Now, what are you talking about?
Exactly. It was Bill Maher because of all the late night comedians that the Orange Cheeto has been attacking. I thought it was brilliant, by the way, that Rosie O'Donnell came on.
Oh, she was terrific, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Did
great.
you watch it?
I did. I watched it after, not that night, because
Yeah,
but
but
3 in the morning.
Well, I think he's back Monday, right?
Yeah.
Who's back Monday?
Which is tomorrow.
The
Gillmor.
guy that they tried to throw off the first time.
Kimmel.
And I think that that keeps in by the way in focus the fact that ABC is fighting back against the FCC, and the FCC is trying to just do everything it can to take away ABC stations' licenses, not the network, which Trump kept saying he was going to do. You can't do that. That's not the way it works. So they're trying to take away the licenses from the owned and operated stations, of which there are a number, a big enough number to affect a huge swath of America. I honestly, I don't see how they win. I see Trump. I see Trump losing to BBC. I see Trump losing to ABC, and I see it just seems like there are dark times ahead for that White House.
He seems to win every time that he files a lawsuit.
In terms of those lawsuits
I'm
where
not
he's
talking
won,
about the lawsuit outcome. I'm talking about the intimidation factor. He,
Well,
that's how he, stays in office.
Yeah, and from what I'm hearing, nobody wants to play that game anymore.
mhm.
Well, I hope you're right. And the thing about Ossoff, just to round that off, what will be interesting, and I hope successful, is that he gets enough votes to win in the state of Georgia, because this is not about 28. This is about November.
Yep.
And he's not ahead.
No, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Who is in ahead?
Ossoff.
Yeah, they just came out with the Insider Advantage poll, which is the kind of the gold standard for Georgia politics. He's up by 7.
Well, then there was that, what was the guy's name that in Texas that they said, oh yeah, it's happening. And then there was a poll and he's down by 4.
I don't know nothing about that. I know Insider Advantage is the standard for Georgia because it's a Georgia-based outfit.
Did they predict the special election correctly?
I don't know. It's usually a very conservative poll.
Mm-hmm.
And he's up by 750 to 43.
Gillmor thought he was going to win. He thought he was ahead enough, but I guess that's just the first step, right? I mean, it's interesting, all the issues. I watched Beat the Press this morning, and the data center issue came up again. And Democrats are definitely coming down against data centers. And the whole anti-AI stuff is becoming part of their narrative. It feels to me as if they're being suckered into losing positions.
Yeah, I agree with that scenario. I think, as we discussed on the phone a couple days ago, in my opinion, it's a good thing that the Democrats are floundering in terms of AI, because, this is not about whether AI wins. This is about whether the Democrats win.
Yeah, I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling if the question is the midterms, it's very clear they will win. If the question is 28, I think they're going to lose.
Well, I don't think that it's clear that they're going to win in the midterms. It's somewhat clear that they may win the House. The Senate, I wouldn't put any money on it.
Yeah, Mars said the same. He said the Republicans could pick up 6 seats in the Senate based on current polls. But
How
that doesn't
many do
seem-
they need? Do they need 8 or this?
Well,
I thought they only
the
needed
Senate
4.
is the Senate's pretty even, right? So if they pick up any seats, they keep it.
No, you were saying the Republican was going to
Yeah,
were going to
yes,
pick up
yes. Because of
redistricting.
and Florida.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not an expert, so I couldn't parse it. So I kind of listened to the headlines to get the way the wind's
Yeah.
blowing. But it felt as if the Senate is that Steve's right, and the House feels like Steve's right. But then they made the point that the rump of very left Democrats in the House
Pardon the
will be a
expression.
big enough minority to have effective control over any Democratic agenda. That if
Well,
they don't
that's
vote,
true. That's true no matter what. I mean, America wants divided government, and they're going to get it. They always do.
yeah.
And then what's wrong with divided government? I mean, isn't that what the Constitution is all about?
No.
Well, the Constitution is really about the people's will being expressed in the seats. So ideally, there is a majority for something so that things can get done. Otherwise, you can't govern.
Well, I would say that the checks and balances is the whole purpose and methodology of the Constitution.
But not to prevent action.
I disagree. I mean,
Well,
first of all, they don't
how does the
prevent
country progress if you can't do anything?
Good question. We'll find out.
Yeah, really. We're in the midst of that.
Yeah.
How's it going so far?
It's going pretty well. 240 years or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, look what happened in that war that you were involved with.
That war I was involved
Yeah, I
in.
mean, if you watch what's his name's Ken Burns' documentary on the American Revolution, it was not a done deal right up until it kind of was a done deal, and then we have what's happened since, which is not a done deal. So
that war.
yeah. So I don't know. I think
that war.
going back to the, I'm going to try and go back to it in order to go away from it, to the idea that that the AI revolution needs to justify or expand upon an enormous amount of money that nobody has in order to be successful, and in order to give civilians access to something essentially for free. I don't think that that's a solvent political idea. I think it's more a certain number of people who are trying to make money on that. And I think that the people who are trying to make money on it, to Keith's point about the marketplace in some of the things that he writes, I think that's I'm more willing to bet on that than the sanctity of democracy.
Trying to pass what I think, how I interpret that. So what are you're saying that, are you saying that there is a relationship between the AI discussion and politics, or that it's a loose one that doesn't really have an impact?
No, I'm saying that I'm more confident about the AI discussion than I am about the relationship between data centers and the value or promise
Yeah.
of AI.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. You and I spoke yesterday on the phone, and I've gone through a bit of a transformation this week in what I think's going on, and I still could be very wrong about this, but it feels to me as if the anti-AI rhetoric is clearly perceived as some kind of a populist reaction against AI, especially data centers, but not just data centers. It's things like parents saying their kids are cheating by using it in school and things. There's a lot of anti-AI stuff, but it feels to me, I kind of bought the idea that there is a populist backlash, and I blamed it on the AI companies for keeping emphasizing safety against, wins. But now I think it might be BS. It might be the case that more and more people are using AI effectively, don't really feel the need to champion it and go on the record about it because they're just using it. And that the negative lobby actually is a minority that's loud and is not a populist uprising, and is resolving down into a politically organized rump in various cities, led mainly by grassroots Democrats, stirring up, anti-data center rhetoric, and is probably a bit of a cult, is not actually mainstream.
Well, that might be an evolution of your thinking. On the other hand, I think that the chances of anti-communism being successful are on a par with anti-data center.
Yeah, I think that's already driven away. I think that what the AI industry needs is a really good public relations campaign to try and get some of these people who have such negative thoughts about AI, to get them to understand it a little better and maybe move a little bit more to the center. It could be, I don't know. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Hey, people hate it and don't understand why they hate it. They hate it because somebody said, we got to hate this. Or there's been a lot of really bad movies. Man, did you see that movie where the machines took over and the Terminator came back and killed all these? No, that's public relations in the other direction, because I don't think they actually saw it coming.
We've been getting 100 years of that kind of publicity.
Yeah,
what's the nature of the thing where the machines take over? What's that called?
Terminator.
No. There's a word.
What, sentient?
No.
Yeah, like smart.
It's the something.
Oh, the end of the world.
Yeah, but with one word.
Apocalypse?
No.
Now, apocalypse now. Whatever it is.
You mean the religious word?
There's an apocalypse in the Bible?
It's the something.
Okay.
Whatever.
Close to it. It sounds like that.
To help us if we know the word.
Only I know the answer.
The crapopolis.
I'll tell you that. Move on.
The poopopolis.
I hope it ain't that.
I hope not.
The shitstorm.
Yeah, the shitstorm. That's what it is. But the point I'm trying to make is that people misunderstand it. And when people misunderstand things, in should pop a good advertising campaign to explain why they should. Just saying.
All right, Tina, now.
Definitely be positioned as a boogeyman. And there's some people and some voters who will always like a boogeyman, right? Like there's, someone.
Yeah, and those are the same guys who are investing in it. They love the boogeyman, but they're going to invest in it because they know it's a winner.
Yeah.
I think the anti-communism stuff is right, what Steve just said. The All In podcast this week, David Freiberg went on and on and on about communism. And what he means by communism, it's
David
funny, in
Freiberg,
America, the word communism isn't well
wasn't
understood.
he in the Jefferson Starship, David Freiberg?
Was he? Maybe. I like Jefferson Starship, so I
You
hope not.
do?
I do. I do. I
That's
always do.
the band that Grace Slick said was the worst piece of shit ever. And that's
Anyway,
yeah.
the American definition of communism and the European definition couldn't be more different. The American definition seems to be equal to wanting the state to provide free hospitals, stuff like that. And they call that communism because it's using the state to provide services. And in Europe, that's capitalism. We call that capitalism. It's when you pay taxes and the state spends them on stuff for you. And communism is when the working class take over the means of production, kill the capitalists, and there's no more private ownership. And America doesn't have communists, at least not effective communists. There are none. So the idea that there is any communism at all in America is a lie. There is none. There is in Europe. There is in Europe.
I don't think it's a lie. I think it's just waning in effectiveness. The smear. The
Yeah.
smear is not working.
Yeah.
And I
So
don't think the data center smear is working either.
Generational at this point, it's like that word doesn't elicit the same response that it did for the general population.
Yeah, well, that's
40
part of
years
it.
ago. Younger people under the age of 40 aren't going to respond to communism.
Yeah,
well,
not at all.
actually, young kids will use the word, provocatively to piss off older people. I think young kids will say, "Yeah, I'm a communist. I believe in
I
communism."
think-
It sounds
Yeah, they believe in democratic socialism and they think that's communism.
Yeah.
and yeah, exactly. And the Democratic Socialists, you look at that black woman who won in Florida against the other Democrat who was a DSA member last week. I forgot her name. She, when you hear her speak, she's easily sounds like she's to the right of Bernie Sanders. She sounds very mainstream, yet they call her a communist, and she clearly isn't a communist.
Well, you know what communist means because you've studied it.
Yeah.
Most people don't have any idea. And even more importantly, nobody cares.
I think though at this point, when Trump, says something and sounds the alarm like, oh, and then they're communists. I think at this point everyone is kind of just like, yeah, like I don't want to hear that your crap. Like, no, I don't think people believe him anymore. Like some more people believed him before, and now it's just kind of like, no, just let us ride out these 2 years without this bullshit,
Go away.
Well, the only thing that bothers me about that idea is what kind of bullshit is he going to replace this with? It could be worse, is my point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is another fine mess you've gotten us into.
I'm not worried about that word.
Slowly I
And
turn.
I don't think anybody else is going to be worried about it. And I don't think they're going to fall into this game of like, oh yeah, those people are communists, like
I agree with you.
forget it. What?
Okay, so
So we've got 4 seats to fill for the Senate, right?
well, I'm not going to worry too much about the Senate because either it's going to be a bum's rush of the Democrats winning everything, which I don't think, or it's going to be divided government, which I do think.
We've got some toss-up states.
Well, a couple of
Texas,
leaning red
Iowa,
have switched to
Michigan,
toss-ups.
Maine, Texas, Alaska.
So I think Maine will not go Democrat. So I don't think this is going to happen in the Senate.
Hmm.
Well,
I mean,
Michigan.
say what you want about Collins, but she's pretty good at the junk that she is serving up.
Hey, that sounds like a poll to me, Steve.
Okay, go ahead.
No, it's your show. Poll it. Will
Okay, go
will the
ahead.
Democrats take the Senate in the midterms?
Okay,
Question.
so what's your vote? No, I want to hear we'll hear the poll and then we'll move
Okay.
on. Go
Those
ahead.
who say
Before we
those,
answer, how many seats are being voted for in the Senate in the midterms?
No, just answer the poll.
Well, I don't know how many seats, so I can't do the math in my head.
oh, don't be so specific. Either they win or they lose. That's
right.
what this poll is, and
Yeah.
I vote that they win.
Who's going to win?
The Democrats.
The
The
majority,
Senate.
so there'll be the majority in the Senate.
Okay,
Yeah, maybe
that's
by
one.
by
Okay.
one seat.
Tina, your vote, please.
Well,
She's doing the math.
I am. I think we'll
This
take.
should be a gut thing.
I think we'll take the Senate.
Okay, so
I
that's
think the sentiment
two.
is things have got to change, and I think that Ossoff has got a great he already has that seat, right? So he just has
barely, and and he's a Democrat, so
but
he's not going to flip himself, hopefully.
right. I'm gonna go yes. Yes.
Okay, so that's two
very positive.
two zip. Okay,
Zip.
The gentleman from Georgia.
Who walked in? Oh.
Great statement.
Yeah, I tend to think this is actually a year of change, and your boy is doing anything but making it better for them with this tariff war that's going on, which is only going to make prices go further up. So if he keeps doing what he's doing, I do believe there's going to be a change.
So there's 33 seats being contested and toss-ups that lean towards Democrats who would be taking over is 6.
Yeah, but what is your vote, please?
My vote is there's currently a 6-seat split in the Republicans' favor, so I'm going to say they will not take it.
Okay, so now it's
Okay.
3-1.
Okay.
And Steve,
Yeah, I say absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Okay. So 3-2. And you know what? That's a majority. Bye-bye.
It's a majority. 3-2. I don't know. I don't ascribe to the numbers that are being thrown around here. The Cook report is notoriously wrong.
2.
Plus,
That
the
doesn't
Gillmor
matter.
gang
Us.
requires a
Three,
supermajority.
Well,
Yeah,
and the
oh,
My
okay,
Pillow
what is
guy
that?
is going to contest this too.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
there
he
you
lost
go.
by like 27,000? He's going to contest it. Yeah, 27,000 bad votes.
By
Okay,
the way,
so
I'm wrong. There's 35 because there's 2 special elections as well. So it's
okay,
33
great.
plus
So even more we don't know about those numbers.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
Whatever.
so
It was just
Does that change your vote?
No, because there isn't enough swing seats to get them to a majority, I don't think. I mean, in a landslide, I guess that could happen, but it seems unlikely.
Are you seeing
Boy,
some
I
of the
gotta say,
polling that's coming out of like states like Ohio? Like what's that dude Sherwood, Brown or something like that?
So the
Sure,
ones
Rodney.
the ones they're saying, Brent, are Georgia, Michigan, New Hampshire, 1 Texas seat, an Iowa seat, possibly Minnesota, which is less likely, and then leaning Republican, but could go the other way, Maine, North Carolina, and Alaska.
North Carolina is leaning Republican. I thought that Roy guy was the one that the Democrat that used to be the governor was that one.
This is a guy called Tom Tillis who's retiring.
Yeah,
This-
he's not even running anymore.
yeah, it's his seat that they're
Yeah,
saying leans Republican, but in a big
Well-
landslide could go the other way.
I think for sure that one is wrong. I've seen where that guy, what's his name, Roy something. He used to be the governor of North Carolina. I heard that he was ahead in basically all the polls that I've seen.
They're also saying Susan Collins could be tossed out in Maine. But
Yeah.
these are the three real outliers:
Hmm.
Maine,
Okay,
North
but
Carolina, Alaska.
hang on. I'm losing my will to live here. Can you
Better
can
end the
you
show now.
explain what you were trying to say, Brent?
Oh, the guy Roy Cooper, the Democrat that's in the Senate race for North Carolina. I've heard he's ahead.
Okay.
The polls tighten.
So, but you were saying something before. I don't think it was about North Carolina.
About Ohio, Sherrod Brown. It seems like he's
Yes.
ahead of that
Yes, but
in Rhode Island.
as the Republican on Meet the Press or This Week Without David Brinkley uh, was
That's
basically
pretty
saying,
much every week, isn't it?
yeah, unfortunately,
Hmm.
the, basically the rap on Cheryl Brown is they kicked him out in the last election, so that's a good thing.
Well, the last election, your boy was at the top of the ticket, wasn't it, for president? I don't think there's going to be as many people voting because he's not going to be on the top of the ticket, so they have less reason to vote.
So that's the margin for him winning. Is he a flip or is he leaning or what is he?
Half of
Cheryl Brown.
1% is half of 1% ahead of John Husted, the GOP candidate, on polls.
Right.
So
What
it's
about the guy
close.
from Iowa too? Isn't the guy from Iowa pretty close?
Yes, that was one of the ones that it spelled out as being very in play.
Seems like there's a lot of toss-ups that weren't toss-ups at the beginning of this cycle. They were mostly lean Republican.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're toss-up. Even what is it? Alaska? Even Alaska apparently is a toss-up.
Yeah, that's because the Republican was kicked out of the Republican Party and she's now an independent.
But so does that mean she's going to caucus with the Democrats? Is that because I've heard a lot of
Well,
like
she effectively does caucus with, the sort of Sue Collins wing of the party.
are we talking about Murkowski?
Yeah.
She's not running it. This isn't her cycle, isn't it? It's somebody else. It's the other senator, I think.
Well,
Gemini will not give me answers. It's been
That's good.
it's been depoliticized. I'm asking for statistical outputs from polls, and it says I can't give you that. They're so
That's
scared
great.
of weighing in on politics that they've
Go to
kneecapped.
go to a Kalshi or something, or they'll give you the odds. They have no fear of that stuff.
Google, you're a bunch of
Fauci.
schmucks. You shouldn't be doing that to Gemini.
Who's Couchy?
Kalshi.
Kalshi. And what's the other one? I always forget the other one. Doesn't it start with a P?
Well, what is
Predictive market?
Polymarket.
Polymarkets.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah,
raise your hand if you've actually bet on a prediction market.
I've never done anything on a prediction market.
Frank?
Not me.
Okay.
No.
Keith, did you?
No, I don't do. I was trained against betting by my mother and father, who both bet every Saturday and never won, or hardly ever.
Yeah.
And even when they won, they were getting back their losses, not winning.
Also, by the way, Grok wouldn't give me an answer.
Grok
either.
wouldn't? I would have been.
It,
I thought Elon would come on and start doing video.
No one can say for certain. Then it goes on to talk about how the Republicans hold a modest edge. So everybody's hedging their bet right now. But as you say, Brent, I think there's been a marked difference in the sort of the lay of the land poll wise. in just all across the country.
So Kalshi, there's no conviction. It's the
Mm.
votes for Senate seats by Republicans are at 15% conviction. So
That's very low.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Conviction?
I actually below 53 seats for the Democrats has 78% conviction.
No, that's
What does
so
conviction
that's
mean?
yeah, but that means what's what 78%
It's to
of
do
the
with
money
betting.
is yeah. It's
Yeah,
on
could you
the
explain it?
It basically means 8 out of 10 people placing bets are betting that the Democrats will end up below 53. So that means 52.
but who cares about 53? It's 51. You only need to get to 51, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't quite understand why people are betting on that. But
I'm just seeing if there is a vote.
No, it's actually not 51. It's 50 because Vance is
A
president.
vote. Yeah.
well, it's 51 if you're a Democrat because you know what he's going to vote on if it's 50-50.
But if it's 51 and he votes, it's a tie.
No,
He's
he
there
can't
as a
vote
tiebreaker.
it's not a
Oh.
tie if it's 51-49. I mean, that's
So if you get, and the question, will
Yeah. Yep.
will Democrats win their core 4 races? Only 55% say yes.
but if they win the 4 core and people are betting that they're going to win the 4. Not a big landslide, but
Well,
above 50.
55%. I
Are
think
they saying
I think
they're gonna-
55% is the same as 0. It's like if it isn't 80%, then it's a toss up.
Are they
I don't
winning the
understand.
4 core races?
It doesn't define them. It probably does somewhere, but I can't see it on the screen.
Yeah,
I
you know
think
what?
I think it's
that-
100% that we don't know what we're talking about here.
Absolutely. I do think, though, that it really looks better if it is a giant landslide or a tsunami or
But I
whatever you
think
want to call it.
when Keith, you're saying the core 4, I think that was the core 4 at the beginning of this, but it seems like that number 4 has grown significantly. That all these toss-ups, that it's not just up to these 4. There's like more than one pathway now that the Democrats have.
Yeah.
At the beginning of all this, it's like they had to get like a royal straight flush in order
Yeah.
for that to. Now
I
it
think
seems like they've
that
got
sounds
other.
right.
Yeah,
That
they
Yeah,
got
sounds
other
right.
there's a
possibilities.
difference between
Yeah.
something moving to toss up does not mean that it's moving to the Democrats' favor.
It definitely is moving in their direction. I didn't say they're now front runners, but if they were lean Republican and now it's toss up,
Yeah,
that is absolutely moving in their direction.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one.
Frank's right.
70% will say that Republicans will lose 3 to 5 seats. 70%.
Wow.
Is that House or Senate?
That's Senate.
So that means 3 to 5. That means either they get 50-50 or they actually lose it.
Yeah, it's somewhere between them ending up with, they've got 53 now. So if they lose 3, they're at 50. If they lose 5, they're at 48.
And if they're at 50, that's still good for them because they got Vance as the extra vote.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's only good for them if they win the House, because as we know, divided houses do not put food on tables.
What?
Exactly.
I was trying to think of something that you would want to do that you can't do with a
Yeah,
divided house.
That's
you
a
were trying to be
Keithism.
profound.
There's a definite Keithism there.
But so pretty.
But you know what this all points out to me is we are a nation of betters. Because listen to the things that you're saying people are betting on. Between 3 to 5, and then there's a 8 to. I mean, what the hell? How and people are putting their actual money on this stuff. Nobody knows.
No one knows. Will Democrats win any statewide election in Texas this year? 57% say yes.
Yeah, and they are wrong.
Will the Rams go all the way to the Super Bowl this year?
I don't want to hear this.
So, I mean, the point is that's
I'd
what
bet that. I'd bet.
no,
on
see,
that.
that's what betting is, and especially when you get it down to these little fine details, that's
Only
kind of like
23% think the Rams will win the NFC championship.
Yeah, but you know
Brand-
what I say to that is,
Wrong.
who's the next line? Because I'm sure they're the top 23%.
16% think they'll be the Super Bowl champion.
So that's like 16%, and there's 32 teams. So they're like 5x more than the average.
80% think they'll get to the qualifiers.
All
Playoff.
right, Keith, go back to your other Keith is. I don't want to hear about the Rams.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's okay, Brent. The Rams are going to have an amazing year.
I don't want to
And
hear
by the
that
way,
either.
Ossoff, only 18% thinks he'll be the nominee for the 28. But
Well,
Alexandria Ocasio is
Wow.
21%. So she's the most.
She's the front runner right now.
She's the front runner.
That's interesting.
now she is interesting, and
She's
so
you
is
know what? She's grown too.
Like
If
the
you got
young
the
guy too, he's 39 or 8 or
oh
something.
yeah, what is she like 30, early 30s?
she's 35, I think.
35. So she is old enough at least.
85% think the Dems will win the House at the midterms.
Right.
85%.
Well, if Trump keeps up the good work, yes.
Well, that's trending up because it wasn't 85%. Oh, back in the
No,
while ago.
but that 85% isn't a thing. It's just prediction marketing.
Yeah, and I look at
Hey,
it as
and you
the
know what?
trends. I'm not looking at
And
one
this-
particular thing, the trend.
And this trade war with Canada is a really good thing.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said this
Oh.
guy appears to not want to help the Republicans at all because he's doing everything in his power to drive prices up. And what wasn't he talking about doing whatever these buildings he's doing, the kind of pavement, it'll be there for 1,000 years. Well, guess what? People don't care about that. They're trying to put food on the table now, not
Well,
1,000 years.
I don't think his skill at putting his name on top of buildings is going to get him very far.
So there's
What about the
I-
skill for putting his name on a ship that had a black sailor already named it?
Yeah, well, that was
Oh,
So
Oh my God.
This is the one we've been looking for. $10 million has been bet. Will we have a Democratic House and a Democratic Senate, or a Democratic House and a Republican Senate? Those are the only two options. 47% Dems win both. 39% Dems only win the House. So not very strong conviction. And there's $10 million bet.
I
10
think
million, 10
I-
million.
But you know what? It's about the trend. What was like the percentages a month ago versus now? I mean, that's what I'm interested in because
Yeah.
the trend is what you kind of have to look at, and where does it go when it comes to voting time in November? Seems like the momentum, at least currently, is going from the Republicans to the Democrats.
Since
Well, look,
September,
The Republicans aren't doing themselves any favors right now. There's nothing that's moving the needle in their direction. This war is a big question mark. Every week it's stop start. It's it's a mess. We can't
Even the
get out of
military,
it.
they-
We can't
they-
get out of it. We can't get in it.
Yeah, the military is one of those people jumping off of freaking boats because
So
they've been at sea for so long.
the
Horrible.
graph, Brent, the graph over time, this is since November 2024. The graph is a V for the Democrats.
Mm.
They're currently like 80% going to win the House, but in September a year ago, they were at 50%. And then the Republican one's an inverted V.
Wow. So there was a point where Republicans had momentum,
September 25.
and then that ceased somewhere. I don't know if there's anything you can point to, but
Or you
Yeah.
can see the two of them laying on top of each other. It makes it it's like a V
hey,
on
this
top
is
of
this
another
is
V.
not
and-
that kind of show there, Frank.
Well, it's
What?
but it's trending that kind of show.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway. So, but
Okay.
again, Canada's trade war, how about that? Don't we think that
Yeah,
that's
go ahead.
And I honestly, and you brought up that black sailor, the hero, and I just believe that there should have been a lot more noise about that out there. It lasted for 2 days and then it seemed to sort of disappear. That's what's happening with our lovely media.
So
I'll
I've
tell
been
you.
watching
You know
this.
what? Have you watched? I've said this to you guys before, it's really something. The Young Turks. It's really something
I've
to
heard of it,
watch.
but haven't
Never
watched
heard of it. What is it?
It's a guy named
that Cenk Uygur, right?
Cenk Uygur,
Yeah.
who I actually had a chance to work with back when
MSNBC days.
no, it was just after that, and it was Al Gore's network. It was called Current. It
Oh, I
lasted,
remember that. Yeah.
it was like a blip, and they had these guys, Young Turks, and they had Keith Olbermann, and it was like wow, that's pretty out there. And
I gave up on Keith Olbermann about 20 years ago.
well, could have been about the same time you gave up on him, but I mean,
He was very funny and he was very sharp and he was completely full of shit.
which
Over and
was
over
really,
again, over and over again. I mean, is he a friend of yours? I don't mean to.
No, he's not. I mean,
Okay.
I just worked with him. I found that
Wasn't
that
he the drummer
outrageous.
in? Wasn't he the drummer in Jefferson Starship?
So he was. I think it was because of his outrageous attitude that he got the traction that he got in the media. As a
Absolutely.
person, he was a personality, but he was also a well-informed personality who could get the right people on
Except that
the
he would get
phone.
fired every third minute.
Yes, that was part of his charm.
Or, back then, maybe.
Remember, he was a sports guy before he was a news guy.
I think that we're all tiring of charming idiots.
Keg's breath.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I don't think he was
No,
charming.
he's not charming.
He's
Keg's
just
breath?
an idiot. He's just an idiot. A poor excuse for a weekend fill-in anchorman becomes the Department of Defense secretary. Give me a break. I mean, that's the reason that those ships weren't resupplied, because nobody's been talking about the fact that their resupplied facilities, which are in countries like the Emirates and Oman and along that side of the Strait of Hormuz and are in the Arab countries, they've been bombed. They've been blown up. They do not exist. That's why that aircraft carrier couldn't get any of its stuff sent to it, because there was no system. It had gone. They brought in boats to try and resupply, but it wasn't enough. And that's the story of that.
But you know what I think is this? I call him the resident. It's just a silent P.
Yes.
It's called the resident. You know what? All he's doing right now is he's searching for something that he could bump his chest and say, "I won."
Yeah.
When it comes to the Iran war, that's what he was trying to do. He did it, and everybody saw through it. And now that it doesn't feel like he can win, he's trying to create other things like this Canadian tariff war. He wants to be able to say, I won, I conquered something, not just, he doesn't seem to worry about if it's best for the country. He just wants to say, I beat this person or this country. I won.
Or if he doesn't, he wants to have another thing to deflect the attention of the public to that whole thing with North and South Korea. That was just absurd. Pulling out from the 70-year-long history of doing those joint maneuvers.
What about what he's doing to Oman? Like, he wants to punish them. And these are all allies of, they were allies.
Well,
and yet
South Korea and Oman are both allies.
I wonder if we have any more allies anymore.
But if you put this all into the big picture, what you're all describing is various symptoms of America's decline on the world stage as an effective policeman.
Yeah. Or not just as a policeman, but as an effective partner.
Well, it's never been a partner, it's been dominant. The word partner is a word for we're in charge. And it isn't in charge anymore. And it isn't in charge anymore, not because of Trump, although he doesn't help. It isn't in charge anymore because it is a weakening power. And it's a weakening power because of economics, which I will say AI could be a solution for.
Well, the economic problem is a problem that Trump created. Let's not.
No. Come on.
Yeah,
This
I
is
right
think
now
that
the
Frank,
weakening,
the current
weakening-
economic situation, the current one. I'm
No,
talking
no,
about
no,
not the
no.
history that brought us. Oh, you're
yeah,
saying
no, but you've got to
his
be.
policies have had nothing to do with the increase in
I'm giving
prices
you
in
I'm
America?
giving you an F on your PhD for that thesis.
Okay,
America's
well, I'll
been
take it.
We're getting graded now. Shit, I wish. I was
America's been in
Oh, God.
decline.
No grades.
America's been in decline since Vietnam, at least.
Fair
Says
enough.
the British guy. Come on, give me a break.
Well,
But-
we're already declined. We're fully declined. America's only in decline.
Give me a break there too. You know,
Hey,
it
that's what I
goes
was
back
asking.
to
Look,
the
I've
role,
already
right?
got an F. I'm the moron in the group, so I'm just going to shut
No,
up
but
now.
all I'm
Bye.
saying is,
No, you were doing fine.
it's like the debt. The debt went over 40 trillion this
Yes,
week, and
thank you for
everyone's
bringing it.
saying it's Trump. But 38 trillion of it wasn't Trump. So
Oh, yeah, but wait a minute. Let's look at this. It took, I think, because I was looking at this. Actually, I made a graphic around this. It took the first 200 years of the country being in existence to get $1 trillion in debt, and then so if you remember back in 2001 is when Clinton left, and he actually left with a balanced budget and a
he's
surplus.
the only one. He's the only one.
So we really went from 0 to 38 in the last 26 years. And this current president has got us on a trend now of going another $1 trillion in debt every 5 months. That was not the speed of what it was going on before he came in.
But Brent, that's the law of big numbers. When you study stats, you figure out that 1 trillion on 40 is a very small percentage compared to 1 trillion on 1. So percentage wise, you're going to do 1 trillion more frequently just because of the law of big
The
numbers.
acceleration is still going faster and faster and faster than it was.
I think
before.
you're right. You are right. Republicans have always been worse than Democrats on building debt. That is true, every single one. So I'm not going to disagree with that. But the fundamental cause, which is common to all of them, is nothing to do with who's the president.
Well, I think the second biggest line item in the budget is financing the deficit. So it's like the interest we're paying is the second biggest line item we have. But then
Yes.
there's the military. Then there's Social Security. I guess they call it the entitlements. You know what's not a part of that, and these numbers are still growing. Like people, having health care, like not the folks that are Social Security age, but regular people. So as these trillions of dollars add up, part of what's not even a part of that is helping people pay for their own health care. How do we get to this? How did we get here?
Well, but it comes down to debt. It's important to define the word borrowing money.
Yes.
So the way America borrows money is it sells bonds.
Oh,
and
God. Now we're getting to the bonds.
and other countries buy the bonds. You owe them the interest on the bonds. So debt is a measure of your borrowings and the cost of your borrowings. And America used to be a surplus country up until the end of the Second World War, mostly, and has become not surplus. And the scale of the debt is getting close to, America's GDP is, I think, 20 something trillion a year. So it's like 1.8 times GDP. So it's 1 year's worth of GDP, 1.8 years of GDP, let's say, which is pretty short. I mean, most businesses will be happy to
Keith, get to the point, please.
Well, in other words, The debt doesn't really matter. It's a small enough percentage of GDP to be serviceable. So it's a political number, but it isn't actually meaningful. More meaningful is America's decline on the world stage.
No, I agree with that. But you were also talking about, you started talking a little bit about what's going on with the bond market. And that is another kind of major issue that I don't think people are focusing in on. And it seems like now Besser, whatever his name is, it Besser?
That's it.
Yes.
Apparently the moves that he's making are really not helping the folks over at the Fed try to meet the goals of keeping inflation down and keeping employment up. So now we've got these two huge areas not in step at all with each other, and that causes even more pressure on the economy. And yet and still we got the guy that's the resident talking about the pavement and talking about the ballroom and talking about all these other stuff and listening to Natalie when she prints out a whole bunch of people saying nice things about him and doesn't let him see the full picture of what's going on.
I liked how you got your ass off there.
I don't like
The
that the way
Natalie
you said.
reference.
I don't like how you said I got my ass off.
I don't like it either. I think it.
I don't want to ever do
the
that again.
decline of punditry is yeah. I think I'd rather have how many Chinese movie stars are there?
Lucy Liu.
No, she's an American.
What's the point? What's the question? Why?
I bet on. I don't see that as the decline of America at all.
Well, you can't really say, you can't really judge the Americanness of Hollywood as the measure.
Well, I just did. See, that's why we call it America.
It's really about who owns the pie chart of the world's wealth every year.
I know you've said this, but the jury's out.
Not really.
Well,
Well, this jury's out.
on the foreshot of the multi-view, I occasionally see something about how, it says China is screwed, basically.
What feed is that coming from?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't think
That was
that's
what I
true.
wanted to talk. Look, you and I are not going to agree about this, so let's move on.
Oh,
Yeah,
because it's probably interesting for our viewer.
maybe not.
Do I still
No,
get
because I'm the viewer and I'm
Do
not
I-
interested.
do I still get an F? Am I still getting the F?
Only well, no, you're reconsidering, which is a good sign.
What does
How
that
do you
mean?
know I'm reconsidering? I
I
think
can
this
see it in
whole-
your
well, I'm listening to all the sides and I'm trying to formulate it. I'm trying to get it together in my mind. And let me see.
What does
Trump.
it mean, EP? What are you
Huh?
saying?
Ep.
You
Did
said
I say?
No, I
don't
gave
know
him
what
an
the
F
word
for his
was.
F.
Oh, F. He gave me an F. F.
Oh, F,
F for
thank you.
Frank. F for fail. F for
Okay.
F.
So what I would like to know is has anybody other than Tina and I been watching Newsnet, or what is it called?
News
News
Next.
Nation.
News Nation.
News Nation.
Andrew, the Cuomo show.
Well, the Cuomo show is terrific, but the rest of the network not great. But I still like it better than I love turning off Fox and replacing it in the multi-view. I can do that now.
In the UK, Frank, there's GB News. Do you watch
Yeah,
GB
I know.
News ever?
I have, and not much. I do watch it though.
It's conservative, but it's actually they have good people on. They include Russia Today people on there quite often, I've noticed.
I actually watch most of the news I watch. I'm watching the news out of America. I watch the BBC in the morning one, and then again at 6 o'clock, and probably again at 10 o'clock. So yeah, I'm watching a lot of news. But I'm not watching them. And I still read the newspaper in the tube.
Yeah. What about Newsnight, the BBC Newsnight? That used to be a really good show. I don't know if it still is.
Well, it's hard coded in Multiview, so I don't watch it.
It is good. It is good. I'm particularly look, the BBC is the gold standard. I don't care what Donald Trump has to say. I mean, you know,
So look, if you were gonna, let's say we were gonna try to reverse the debt, and we want the, and
Are
we
you still going back to try and argue this point again?
no, actually, I'm opening something a new conversation up.
Okay, let's
If
start
we're gonna
lead with that, please.
let's say the Dems do win both houses, and are set to win in 28. What do we want them to do so that their 4 years, the debt goes down?
oh God, dare I say one idea?
I think I know
Tax
where
the
you-
rich. I'll be dead, so it won't matter.
Tax the rich.
Yeah,
I think the
and
rich aren't
and I know
rich.
I know the people in my family aren't going to get enough to have it matter. So.
Yeah, there's nobody on this call that's rich.
By the way, the top 50% of American rich people have 176 trillion of assets, which is, you know, basically 4 times the national debt. So if you literally took over the means of production and did do the communist thing, you'd have a lot of money in the bank.
That's only, you know, step one. Anyway. Look, that's for the people who are going to live past my sell by date to figure out.
Yeah, but
You're going somewhere, Frank?
But they do need.
Yeah, I'm going to the south of France next on the week after next.
You seem to go there a lot. You must love it there.
Yeah, but you know, there's so many great little towns that we haven't stayed in that I want to get a chance to do. It's kind of like the Amalfi Coast. You can stay in like 90 million little places, and that's what we're going to do. Then we'll do Amalfi next.
okay, flash round on TV shows. Start, Frank.
Oh, Lanterns. No doubt. It's
Don't know
worth
what that
watching. It's the new Marvel or
HBO.
I guess it's a Marvel. It's HBO, and it's about the Green Lantern. But it takes the Green Lantern story to the next level and actually makes it interesting. It's really, really well done.
Silo.
That's mine.
That would
Mine
be
is
amazing.
Silo.
Sure is.
Mine
You're
is
right.
Silo. I'm loving Silo.
Yeah, very good.
Not interested.
Frank, did you
What
like
else?
Silo?
Silo is very good. It's a deeper, darker science fiction
too
kind
dark.
of thing.
Yeah,
than-
we
Well,
started
no,
that,
because
like,
yeah,
I walked
in
away.
the new
You know, it's all in the cave, and you know, who cares?
no, Steve, in the new season, about a third of the
Not gonna
time
do
is
it.
given to history, giving you the context what happened 300 years earlier. So
Oh.
you're starting to glue together what happened with what it is.
Oh, okay.
And there's new personalities in the past who are the main protagonists.
So just I want to add, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I want to add Reachers season 4 is spectacular. Ted Lasso is spectacular.
Oh, it's the best one for a long time. Ted Lasso.
It's so good. And you know, that's almost enough stuff. But the problem is that it's not
Have you
sending,
looked at the what's the name of the
they're not sending them out in
the
bingeable
woman, the
quantities.
tall woman?
Hannah.
Yeah, but what's the name of the show?
Oh,
Ink and
Ride or Die.
Ride or Die. Have you seen that?
No, it's on my list to see though.
Not bad. Not great. Not bad.
There's
Well,
there's a new Slow Horses almost. I think it's
Yes,
Yep.
September 16th.
yeah.
Snow House.
And then of course there's football is back, right, Brent?
When does the real season start?
Yeah, this isn't football yet.
No,
Football started yesterday. Manchester United lost.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, first day of the Premier League.
Yeah,
I'm already in pain on day one.
Yikes. That's
The only good news is Liverpool lost as well, so that made me happy.
Ah,
Okay, anything else on the TV front?
You guys, you guys must not have a BritBox because there's some really good stuff on there.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
tons of it. But
But
honestly,
gotta pay for
what they call BritBox here in the UK? BBC reruns. It's so it's a lot of stuff that we've already seen and kind of it's not just BBC, it's ITN and ITV and all.
But if you like BritBox though, Brent, Acorn.
I get that from time to time too. But
Yeah.
I just watched on BritBox. So it's called Gone. I thought that was really good.
Gone.
Is that Harlan Coben?
Who's he?
He's the
The
writer, I
author.
think.
Yes,
I
not.
think.
All of the Harlan Coben thing is on Netflix here.
Yeah.
No,
There's
no,
lots
it
of
says
them.
it was created by somebody named George K.
George K. As opposed to.
But it stars Eve Miles and David Morrissey, and I like both of them. So
Yeah.
Who are they?
actors and British
Yeah.
actors.
Actors.
I can't remember what it's called, but there's a British show where fake video has been perfected to a great degree, and you can put faces on people and stuff and have them say things they're not really saying, and it's a whole like Secret Service mystery around that. And there's 3 seasons of it. Have you watched that, Frank? It's on BBC.
No, I have not seen that. That's
I
exactly.
can't remember what it's called.
You know what? If it looks like a game show when I'm flipping through it, I will not stop. I have 2 game shows that I watch. That's it. May 3. There's this really good music show where they play like a snippet of a song, and you have to figure out what the song is, who the artist is, and it's fascinating to see people get it within like 2 notes. And
Doesn't that a
and
show
walk away
named that
with
too back?
The Capture. It's called
kinda.
The Capture.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that. Yeah, I watched it and then I stopped watching it.
So there's 3 seasons now, and they're good. They're really good.
Yeah, it didn't grab me like Reacher.
By the way, there was a good documentary on HBO about was it Fireman or what's that conference out in the desert?
Oh yeah,
Burning Man.
Burning Man. Yeah,
It was about that. That was really interesting. I never really knew what it was about. I heard about it, but wow.
It's
Hey,
basically it's rich
good
people getting naked, taking drugs, pretending to be cultured and intellectual, and showing off to each other.
It's mostly from Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
There's a documentary that you can watch on YouTube.
Cannot rent a U-Haul in California. It's just like everyone takes the U-Hauls and runs to the desert and does their thing.
It seems like Elon Musk's brother got involved with that, and that kind of was like
all the venture capitalists talk about it. It's honestly, it makes me want to throw up just looking at it. It's the opposite of true hippies. When we went to rock concerts and slept in tents and did shit in usually in rain and mud in England, that was real. This is completely entitled, well-funded bullshit.
Glam.
Yeah, it didn't seem to make any sense to me. But these people spoke of it like it was going to Nirvana every year. It's just weird.
Yeah, but the people who are into it are not people you would want to have dinner with. I can tell you.
I want to throw one more thing in there, guys. There's a documentary that you can get on YouTube that is about how why the U.S. can't win the Iran war, and it's really good, and it delves into the history going back into the 1800s and all the way up to today. It's very good documentary, worth watching.
What's
why the U.S. can't win in Iran.
That's the actual name, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
at least you'll know what it is.
Hey, Brent, I'm going to give you a link. I'm going to give you a link for your A10 Mini.
Oh, really? Okay.
You'll have to stop the ads coming because it's got ads. It's the San Francisco Chronicle, but it's the headline about Burning Man. It's good.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out. Thank you.
Oh, I meant for the show.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Now I get all these San Francisco Chronicles wants to send you notifications. Hell no.
Trying.
I don't want the notifications.
I hate these newspapers that throw ads everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, sounds like we're at a good stopping point.
Yeah, the last show was like that.
Steve just won't call it. Come on, dude.
Thanks to everybody who showed up, and especially those who didn't. See you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Chow mein.
Later. I'm hungry. I gotta get something to eat.
All right. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep.